Okay, I'm making this video. It's going on Instagram, Facebook, and my YouTube channel. I'm not gonna say where I work, but I work for a distribution company. When you put things away at a distribution company, you are supposed to make sure that things are good, that stuff is checked in, etc., etc. I'm making this video, and I'm gonna go into detail. Do not ever shop at the Dollar General at 4030 Southwestern Boulevard in Orchard Park, New York. Ever. It's the one across from the new Bill Stadium. Don't ever fucking shop there. There's a reason I'm getting pissed off. Because as a stocker, stock shelves, merchandiser, which I'm going to be a truck driver, and this is the exact reason, an example of why I don't ever want to be a fucking merch again. I want to be making $3,000 a month, not fucking 2 at most. I'm not gonna scrape by. Fuck all that though. I'm gonna tell you what happened. So on this particular day, I had just merged, give or take, I think it was 5, maybe even 6 stores at this point. And this was my 6th or 7th, I can't remember. It was a lot of stores. This was my last store of the day. I had saved them for last. So earlier, when I had 3 stores left, including that one, I had 2 7-Elevens and a Dollar General left to do. And I decided at that time, at around 5 o'clock, give or take, to go into the Dollar General. And when I walked in, I turned around and I asked the lady, I said, I told her, I'm from so-and-so company, I'm here to stock the shelf. And she said, okay. She then comes up to me, and this all plays in. She comes up to me and she says, oh, I apologize, but that is not, that stuff is not checked in yet. So I look at this lady, this interaction takes probably 30 seconds at most, and I say, okay, well, I have 2 other stores to do. I'm gonna go do them and do you guys the last. And she said, okay, we'll see you then. I walk out, finish these 2 stores. Now at this point, it's about 8:15 by the time I get back to the Dollar General. It's dark out now at this point. I walk in and I ask again. I said, is this checked in now? And this time it was a shift change. There were different people there. She looked so confused, and then she said, oh yeah, that is checked in. It is now. After she had called her manager. So I get about 3/4, maybe even 14/16 through this work. There was like a few things left on the U-boats. And the lady comes up to me out of nowhere and says, you have to leave. And I said, and she says, you need to leave? My manager's going to finish this work tomorrow. And then she says, you are banned. You cannot come back here. And I try to defend myself. So she calls her manager, and the manager says something about, a sales rep, merchandiser for this company earlier was harassing. Now, remember when I said that interaction took 30 seconds? How was I harassing someone if I was in that store and had a cordial conversation? I shouldn't have to walk into these stores with my camera recording to record the interactions. I shouldn't have to do that. So basically, what I'm going to assume is because it's either one of 3 things, and they're jealous either way. It's my tattoos, it's my beautiful face, or it's just they don't like who I am, or it's my work ethic or something. But now here we're getting to the reason. I wasn't even going to make a video about this until what just happened about 30 minutes ago. So I realized that, because that was the last store I did, because I had been dealing with life things that I had to take a couple days off of work. Just water. And so I realized that I left my dolly most likely at the Dollar General, because I save my route every day and plan it with my, editing things on my phone. And I, with the process of elimination, found out that it was that fucking Dollar General that I left my shit at. So I called them. I said, Some regular employee picked up the phone. Hi, this is Dollar General. Asked, is this the Dollar General off Southwestern Boulevard? And she said, the one that's right across from the Bill Stadium. Yes, that's. And I said, yes, that's the one. And I asked them, did so-and-so from so-and-so company leave their dolly at the store? I gave the dolly's description, matched perfectly. I left it there. Out of nowhere, the fucking manager, and I don't like this, and I'm not, look, before I say what I'm about to tweak, I'm about to crash out on camera, honestly, because I'm angry about it. But before I say what I'm about to say, I do not like targeting people. I do not like being mean to people, trying not to overpower them, but to like fuck up their hustle. But this fucking bitch, the fucking lady at this store could die. And I could give a fuck about it for the way she spoke to me. And I'm really sorry because my friends are going to see this. But I would hope, and you people know who I am. I'm a hustler. I mind my own business. And I only get pissed off like this when people target me for no fucking reason. Don't shop at the Dollar General that is across from the new Bill Stadium that's being built. Ever. I hope those motherfuckers don't own that store, and at the very longest time period, a year from now, fucking run this place into the ground for what they fucking said to me. Because she said, so it switched from me being harassing to now I was confusing her employees by saying that the stuff wasn't checked in. Well, first of all, I would have merged it, and she says this to me, and I quote, your job as a merch is to come in my store, merge the beer, and leave. And she fucking says to me, after I told her that her employee was the one that told me that it wasn't checked in yet, I wouldn't even have asked if I wasn't told by her fucking employee that I had to wait because it wasn't checked in. And I'm not vindictive. You don't gotta call the police. I'm not gonna do anything. But what I will do is drive that business with every chance I get. I'm gonna crap on the Dollar General on Southwestern Boulevard until I find out that that bitch no longer manages that place. Because if I wanted to, because I got a lot of will and a lot of anger in my soul, because this is not the first time I've dealt with idiots like that. I could own that fucking store if I wanted to. But you know what? I'm going to go for my CDL and I'm going to make a ton of money. Because I don't want to own the store. Because that would then I'd be failing. Because it would be a pain in my own ass to deal with. And I don't want to deal with that. But I hate, that's all I'll say. Besides me telling you to never shop at the store, another thing I fucking cannot stand is when people target people like me who just want to mind their own business but make money, and they try to fuck with your hustle like that. I hate stuff like that. And that is the real reason why I want to be a semi-driver and will be a semi-driver. I am not going to fail. I promise you. I promise you. I will not fail again. And I've been doing pretty well. But that's neither here nor there. Because I'm not worried about, but don't ever shop at the Dollar General of Southwestern across from the new Bill Stadium in Orchard Park, Buffalo, New York, ever. Don't ever shop there. As a customer, of course, this stupid dumbass bitch is going to want to keep her business. But especially if you are like a merchandiser, a salesman, even a truck driver, tell your companies that you do not want to deliver there because this bitch, because I'm one of the most coolest dudes. No bragging rights before I end this video right here because I can't post it otherwise. You will get fucked with if you do even one small thing that's not the way this dumb fucking bitch wants it to. And that's not who I am. That's not how I talk, but this pissed me off. Goodbye. Don't fucking shop at that Dollar General.
Okay,
So this is how the reviews look. Now, it is a new store. It's only 6 reviews. Mind you, this is what the reviews look like before I gave my 1-star review. And I'm going to read all of these to you and, just kind of like show you that this place is actually crooked. So now they're at 2.1 stars. I'll read that later. That Melissa LeBlanc one was the only... Well, no. Johnny K was the one that was good. Cashier was kind. And obviously they're just saying it's a new store. Overcharged for 2 items. Place is a scam. Very slow, and staff has the situational awareness of a potato. 5 stars. 5 stars. Jeez, I'm sorry. I'm kind of tired. 1 star, 1 star, 1 star, 4 stars, 4 stars, 3 and 1. The store is run by a bunch of degenerates. And their manager, you see in the previous video, I think their manager can just not be here anymore. But obviously that's not my place, and that's a fucked up thing to say about anybody, but I don't like her. She's rude, controlling, vindictive, and targeting. And I don't like people that are targeting like that. Don't like that. I think that is a horrible, horrible human characteristic to have. So yeah, fuck that. Fuck the store. The store sucks. Don't ever shop at the Dollar General, the new one, across from the Bill Stadium. Ever. Unless they get new owners. And a new manager specifically. She's a fucking bitch.